Humanity is a unique puzzle game that requires focus and concentration to beat. Players take on the role of a dog who barks orders at hundreds of thousands of mindless followers. Your followers will do as you command. They will jump when you say jump, and turn when you command them to. As easy as it sounds, humanity is a tough nut to crack. It's set on a towering island filled with all kinds of obstacles. It has sockets that perform a range of actions, blocks that you can push, and even water you can swim across. Looking at humanity from an overview angle, it's quite a beautiful picture. Bodies float around in sequences, others fall to their demise, while the ones you successfully guide reach the light and ascend to a presumably better place. There's so much to learn, so much to master. So watch this video till the end to understand 5 of the best tips to start playing Humanity. Humanity features a literal humanity constantly marching forward, unless you say otherwise. It means there's never a moment to rest. If you do, they'll continue to march forward, even if they're heading over a cliff. But what if you haven't figured out what to do next? Well, try out loops to buy you extra time. While some levels will not punish you for letting humans die, once you unlock goldies, you'll have to focus on delivering them safely to the light, or else you'll fail the mission. In this instance, creating a loop whenever you feel stuck is absolutely necessary to avoid starting over. Alternatively, you'll reach levels that require you to keep a switch active. Sometimes the switch is a distance away from your position. Using loops, you can keep the switch active while you find the solution somewhere else. With your followers starting off marching in a straight line, you can create loops based on numbers or letters. Like the number 0. You can command your followers to continue to march in a circle, at least until you decide where to direct them. However, keep in mind that loops are only a temporary solution. Humanity adopts an infinitely fast, steady pace, so you'll need to break the loop soon, or it'll break itself. It's not uncommon to split your followers into groups. Some can continue to march forward, while you break others off in a new direction. It's an especially useful feature that allows you to explore multiple solution paths at the same time. So definitely make sure to multitask. Speaking of multitasking, it's easy to do so in the early stages of the game. Then there are only a handful of commands to keep track of. However, as you progress, the levels grow more difficult, and the commands you have access to multiply. If you attempt to multitask on higher levels, it's very easy to feel overwhelmed. As a result, you may lose track of some groups, and even lose goldies in the process. The solution to this problem is to plan ahead. Essentially, planning ahead involves mapping out a level in its entirety, and making sure to use free camera mode to explore all the angles thoroughly. You can zoom in and out to see all the details, and rotate the camera all around to see all the hidden areas. As you progress, you'll be able to test possible paths in a trial stage. In fact, there's a level that strictly asks you to map out all your commands. Once you hit start, you'll have no way of adjusting any commands until your commands have run their course. Still, it's a good way to spot any areas where you may have made a mistake, and focus solely on correcting them in the next run. Humanity has short walkthrough videos for each level that show the solution to the problem. They may not show where to get goldies for levels that don't require leading goldies to the light to complete them. However, they do offer one of the possible solutions for getting through each level. So check them out if you feel stuck. For some people, walkthrough videos can feel like a cheat code or quick solution. However, you don't need to watch the entire video if you don't want to. Our advice is to check out the walkthroughs if you feel stuck and have tried all the solution paths you can think of. It's true that not all of humanity's levels are carefully planned. Some are more than tricky to crack and can take hours of your day without much success. However inhumane it sounds, letting people die in humanity is totally fine. The game is an infinite loop of humans marching forward. No matter how hard you try, some will march on to their demise, and that's okay. In fact, humanity informs you of this very fact early on, that any humans who die are replenished, well, except for the goldies, whom you must lead to the light to complete the level. That said, if you feel like there's too much clutter on screen, you can't strategize properly, or are on the brink of losing track of your people, simply allow some of the groups of humans to perish. The idea of multitasking is to break off the infinite loop into smaller ones you can easily use to work out the solution path. It also means that not every group will lead to the light. So, if you realize that there's a group that has reached a dead end, simply cut that group off at the source to give you more room to explore other options.